What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again. A lot of stuff I want to talk about today. I want to talk about that new Wii U system I just got in. I want to talk about the World of Warcraft expansion, Mists of Pandaria. I want to talk about the sale that Steam is having for PC gamers. I want to talk about my new family, my mother-in-law, who just came to visit. And I want to talk about Thanksgiving. And let's start with Thanksgiving. If you're not familiar, Thanksgiving is the time of year we here in America give thanks for all the things that are in our lives. We tend to get together with our family and feast on a variety of foods, turkey, mashed potatoes, that kind of thing. And, it made me really want to say how thankful I am for the wonderful things that I have in my life right now, because I have a little bit of disposable income, and I have the love of my life, and I have a new family that seems to like me. They at least tolerate me, but seem to like me. My health is improving every single day. But the one thing I'm most grateful for, and I know somebody might get hurt about that, but the thing I'm mostly grateful for is you guys watching my channel, watching my videos, approving of the things that I do, sharing them, liking them, and being part of my life. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I would never met my fiance. I would have never been able to afford the luxuries that I have today. I wouldn't be playing video games and talking to people for a living. I wouldn't have the opportunity to help people out. I wouldn't have a fraction of the things that I have in my life today that I am absurdly grateful for. And that starts with you, constant viewer. And I cannot tell you how much. So when I raise a glass tomorrow during our little feast here at my home, I'm going to be raising it to you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I get all choked up there. Speaking of family and friends and important people in my life, I got to spend a weekend with my mother-in-law, my soon-to-be mother-in-law, and I really enjoy her company. I don't think she really watches most of my videos, so I don't think she'll see this, but it was so nice having a chance to see her. And I know that soon we'll be moving closer to there so that I can be, Des can be closer to her family, and I can get to know the family even better. But I just having that short little moment of time to see my fiance so happy to be with her family, and even though we couldn't make it home for Thanksgiving, it meant the world of difference. We went up to Branson, Missouri, and we watched a movie up there. We shopped a bit, stayed in a nice hotel, and enjoyed our time. Had a couple of nice meals. Uh, and I realized something this weekend. The weight that I have lost, I can really tell a big difference. Like, in my ability to get up and to walk around and to move and to stay on my feet, the difference is shocking. It's actually shocking. And I was in a bit of pain this weekend, my knee hurting and stuff like that, but it didn't hurt near as much as it used to. Overall, I just feel fantastic. I feel fantastic, which is funny because I've been sick over the past 5 or 6 days. I have a case of oral thrush, very mild kind of mess up here in my mouth area, but even though that's been gross and even though it's been awful, it really hasn't taxed my system very much. And you can really tell the difference in the amount of weight that I lost. Like I can, and a lot of viewers are posting pictures and they're saying, look at this screen cap of you in an old video. And you can see the difference, but I can really feel it. Like I can see it in my face when I make videos. I can see when I look in the mirror. When my clothes are fitting me differently, my body's shaped differently. Everything is different. And it's great. I'm really beating this thing. And going into a food holiday is nerve-wracking, right? Tomorrow we plan to be very, very good. We're having some steaks. We're having mushrooms, butter sauce. I know that doesn't sound like diet food to you. It is diet food for me on this ketogenic diet, and you can't argue that it's not working spectacularly for the record. But that's more for the weight loss channel, and we'll talk about that somewhere soon. This Saturday, I'm going to go to my good friend Mike Rose's, and his mother's a hell of a cook, and he invited us over. He's going to have a few of our mutual friends, and I love their family to death. And maybe that weekend I may have a roll, maybe a little bit of sweet potatoes, but everything in moderation. And if you're overweight and you're going into this holiday season and you're afraid of packing on a lot of pounds, or you're afraid of not being able to lose weight or not being able to focus or maintain, just remember everything in moderation. Have a bite of that cookie. Don't eat 3 cookies. Have a bite of that roll. You don't have to finish the whole roll. Have some. Have some. That's how it's done. And this weekend I'm trying to teetotal, avoid sugar and bread and rice and all this stuff entirely, and I'm doing an excellent job of it. But on that one day, I'm gonna have a few things in moderation, and I'm looking forward to that. But I certainly am not looking forward to it slowing down my weight loss. And at 2.7 pounds a week, I don't, and that's already kind of slow. But overall, doing really well. So let's talk about video games, because I know that's why a lot of you tune into my channel. I got my Wii U system in finally, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know I was very upset at FedEx for taking about 5 days to get it here. I should have paid for expedited shipping. I really should have paid for expedited shipping, but I didn't think it was going to be an issue because I'm so close to a distribution center. But it was, and FedEx got it here in a reasonable amount of time. And I managed to get it all hooked up and set up. I was one of the people who were fortunate enough to not have any issues with setting it up. And lo and behold, it's phenomenal. It's great. And I created an unboxing video, and I've got some raw footage. And tonight, I've got a few friends over who are going to play with the system, and I'm going to film that too. And I'm going to throw it all together in one video, and I'll upload it this weekend, along with a review of the system. But right now, I will tell you, I love it. Wow, I love it. Now, I'm a bit of a Nintendo fanboy. Then again, aren't we all? The console's phenomenal. And yeah, it's about the equivalent power of an Xbox or PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, which is going to be problematic for the system's future when it comes to third-party development. Will the new games that show up on the Xbox 720 and the PlayStation 4, or whatever they're called, will they really have Wii ports? Probably not. And that's something that concerns me. But it will have its standalone titles: Mario, Pikmin, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Kirby, all of those games that I love to play, that I've loved to play since I was a kid. Maybe even a Pokemon franchise. Oh, please let there be Pokemon on that Wii U. But if I bought the console exclusively for that, I'd be happy. But it does so much more. It's really become the hub of my entertainment center. That little gamepad is amazing. I can use it as a television and cable box remote control. Not only that, but I can use it to search and read about television shows. It runs Netflix better than anything else in my house. And yes, everything in my house runs Netflix. My phone, my television software, my Wii, my regular Wii, my Xbox, my PlayStation, my refrigerator runs Netflix. It's showing me episodes of The Walking Dead while I'm fixing a bowl of sugar-free ice cream, okay? That's just how it is. Everything runs Netflix. This thing runs it right and runs it great. And the fact that when I go into my living room, I used to pick up the PlayStation remote so that I could watch the Netflix, and I get the TV remote and I have it next to me, and then sometimes I'd have to switch over and do, nope, grab the gamepad, click, 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 turn on the TV, turn on Netflix, start watching, have a great time. Oh, I want to do something else with the TV, I can watch Netflix on the gamepad while somebody's playing PlayStation also. It just does everything. So is it a next generation console when it comes to hardware? Probably not. It's probably not going to be able to run the next generation of games. Is it a next generation when it comes to convenience? Wow. But more about that later too. And some of the games I got. Of course, all this is really frustrating because I just got the new WoW expansion. I just bought it last week. And all these new games are coming out. And Borderlands 2 DLC is out, which is phenomenal, by the way. Great job once again at Gearbox. And I've got all these games pulling at me, tugging at me. I want to play this, I want to play that, I want to do this, I want to do that, I need to do this, I'm actually getting video game fatigue. Like, I need a break. I need to go, do some accounting or something. Maybe make videos, but I want to play all these games. And it's a hard season right now for me because for the first time in my life, I have enough disposable income to be able to buy most of the games that I want, if not all of them. I just don't have the time. And that's saying something because I'm not working 9 to 5, okay? Like most of you guys are. I'm only doing 2 or 3 hours a day worth of YouTube legwork. So it's 7 days a week, but still, I'm working a 30-hour work week, if that. You guys are killing it. I don't see how you guys have time to play video games or do anything. But most of you are going to have a few days off this weekend, except for the ones of you working in retail and are stuck in that Black Friday shit. I'm so sorry. And speaking of Black Friday, that's the last thing I want to leave you with. SteamPowered.com is selling a bunch of PC games cheap this weekend. Don't forget to check it out. A couple of personal recommendations I'd like to make. Duels of the Planeswalker 2012, absolutely phenomenal game. If you've ever played Magic the Gathering, or you want to play Magic the Gathering, or you have played it before and you're looking for a diversion, it's fun. And at $5, it's really hard to throw it away. If you ever wondered what that game's all about, it's a great way to learn. It'll teach you as you play. The Walking Dead game, I'm a big fan of the series Walking Dead, so I'm not really into point and click adventures, and that's pretty much what that game is, but it's so good at it that I don't even really mind, and the story is very compelling, even though I'm only on episode 1, but it's like $15 right now. One I absolutely recommend, it's $7.49, the Oryx Must Die franchise pack. Gives you both the first game and the second game and all of the DLC, $7.49. And those are some of my all-time favorite games. Robot Entertainment, you guys did an incredible job with that game. I highly recommend you pick it up at that price, specifically because it includes all the DLC. You can't go wrong with the price of a combo meal. Binding of Isaac, also one of my favorite games by Team Meat. Currently $2.49 on Steam. One of the best $2.49 I've ever spent in my life. Highly recommend getting it. It's kind of it's unique. It's unique. But it's hard to go wrong, once again, at $2.49. So people ask me for recommendations today on Twitter, and there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up today. We're at 11 minutes. Thanks for listening, and thanks for paying attention and caring enough to make it all the way through a video this long. Got a favor to ask of you. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Are you going to sit around and play video games? You're going to spend some time with your family? You're taking a little miniature vacation? What's your weekend going to look like? Kind of curious what you're doing for fun. I know I've asked this before, but it's really fascinating to me to get to read what you're doing. And if you answer that question, I'll know you made it all the way to the end of this video. Happy Thanksgiving again to my American friends. And if you're outside of this country, happy whatever this weekend is for you. I hope it's a great one. And no matter where you are in this great big universe of ours, thanks for watching.